Welcome back to Huawei Namaste TV Show. And, from the moment we started the show, this is the moment I've been waiting for. This segment is called Namaste Moment of Truth, where our guest has no option but to give us all the honest answers. Very short answers,
Very
right?
good.
And
Yes.
you're ready for it?
Ready. Is there a hamper that I win or something?
No, you're on the show. That is
the
the
prize.
hamper
Oh,
itself.
very good. Wonderful.
Right? All right, let's start off with my first question, right? You cannot skip any questions.
No, not at all.
Is that a promise that I get on live TV?
Absolutely. No skipping of the
You
questions.
can roll up your sleeves
Yes.
and get ready. Okay.
Yes.
Which banker is more stylish, Kishore Marjan or Jyoti Pandey?
Kishore Marjan.
Why is that?
Short answers.
Come on, I can ask you again.
He wears fancy clothes.
Fancy clothes.
Oh, yeah.
Would you consider yourself more stylish or Kishore Marjan?
Kishore Marjan.
Okay. Who is the most sexiest actress in the Nepali movie industry? Oh, too many names.
Priyanka Karke.
Priyanka Karke.
Yeah.
What was the last movie that you watched of her?
Suntali.
What was her name in the movie?
Suntali.
Okay, great. Well, can Anil Shah live without media attention?
No.
Why is that?
Addicted. Obsessed.
Addicted to media?
I think I've used...
Why is it? A lot of people,
yeah.
I'm sure tell
Yes.
this to you. You're more of a celebrity than a banker. You're always in some paper, always giving interviews.
If you notice, there's a difference. There are people who are celebrities because their job is celebrities, like movie actors, movie actresses, models, and so on and so forth. I need the media because I need to get a message out. I need to touch the youth, which I can't do just by meeting them one-on-one. By the use of the media, whether it be social media or media like yourselves, like through this program, I'm sure thousands of youth have heard what I have had to say. Whether they agree or not is a different point of view. At least I get the opportunity to talk to them.
How many interviews does Anil Shah give in a week?
At least one. At least one, but
once
more than
a
that.
week? Come on, that is one answer I don't buy. Maybe once a day. Once every day.
A small interview, yes.
In fact, when he was just getting ready for the show, 5 minutes before we go on air, and he receives a call, and there's a journalist trying to get through him, for an interview,
Yes.
and he's like, अब एउटा interview मा छिर्दैछु, अर्कोको phone आइसक्यो. See, that is Mr. Anil Shah for you. Next question. Who is a better singer, Indira Joshi or Asta Tamang Maske?
Indira Joshi.
Can you sing one of her songs for us?
No, I couldn't sing. Yeah, I don't have a musical bone in my body. If you want this show to crash, you'll ask me to sing. So
no, I think
let's
that's going to take us
spare-
to greater heights.
No,
No one's been able to do that.
No,
Mr.
I
Anil
love
Shah's
Indira
voice.
Joshi's songs too much to mutilate them by trying to sing them. But I
Do
really
you love
think
her songs more or music videos?
I love the songs and the music videos. I love the total package because that's what music industry is about now. Whether it's Indira Joshi or Taylor Swift or anybody else, it's the package, and I think she's got it.
One Nepali movie that gave you a headache once you walked out of the cinema?
I wouldn't want to say that. Everyone puts in a lot of effort, and the movie industry
So
is...
come on, you have to be honest. If something is not, this is why our Nepali society has not come out of its shell. If something is wrong, we don't have the courage to say that this is wrong or this is bad.
Okay.
We can talk about it, once the person turns back, but we never say it direct on their face. So give me a name. One Nepali movie that gave you a headache. I'm making Anil Shah sweat here.
No, it was, I don't remember the name. It was an art movie made by Namrata, the last one of hers. I couldn't understand what was happening.
So this was Namrata's movie?
Yeah.
Okay. And you did actually make an effort to go to the cinema?
Yeah, I made an effort to go to the cinema and watch it, and just couldn't understand what was happening. Maybe it was just...
Maybe a genre perhaps not suiting you. All right. Anil Shah's biggest fear?
That Nepal will not be a Nepal where my daughter will want to come and live here, and she will decide to live somewhere else. And I'm doing whatever I can myself, and that's why I keep talking to the youth, to try and make that nation where not only my daughter, but the sons and daughters of all Nepalese will want to live here. And if that doesn't happen, that is a big fear for me.
Do you think the allegations on our Nepali football players are true? Because you've actually went on and given them a lot of motivational sessions, and you've known them close enough to perhaps answer this.
I think there are allegations. They're in a court of law right now. I would like to wait and see what the court's verdict is. I would like to wish that they are not true, because not only for Anil Shah as a football fan, but for the fans and the unity that they brought throughout the country, it's a shattering thing. So there's something like this. So I hope that it's not true, but I would like to wait for the process of the courts to go through to come to a final decision.
Do you believe that Rishi Dhamala is a good journalist? Would you consider him as a good journalist? Or even qualify as a journalist?
I would consider him as something, like a tsunami, because he's everywhere. He's the most.
Tsunamis are not good.
Well, that's for you to say, not for me. But he's everywhere. If you look at him, the man has perseverance, and he's every function, everything. I'm sure today in the new president is sworn in, and I'm sure his photograph is there somewhere with the new president and whoever it is, and he's there everywhere consistently, and you've got to give it to him for that.
But you're everywhere too.
No, that's yeah.
From
Maybe I'm
movie
yeah.
premieres to openings to events, to
Yeah.
youth programs,
Yes.
everywhere too. So,
No, but then
who do you think
for
is
him,
more popular, Rishi Dhamala or you?
probably Rishi Dhamala is more popular. I would think he's more popular. I just saw this interview that he did with Richa Sharma,
Uh-huh.
the actress, and
Right.
it's not something that sort of excites and that I would say wow to, but I mean, he's there and he's doing it, and he's on the political frame, and he was taking a gallon of gas the other day, and it was on Facebook and all, and
Mm-hmm.
the man's out there.
Mm-hmm.
I may not agree with his methods and his way of doing things, but I hats off to him for consistently doing it, regardless of what anybody
Fearless
else says.
journalist.
Fearless, absolutely fearless.
Wow. Fearless and yeah, a lot less as well. So one awkward interview that you can remember.
I can't, because I'm like an open book, so there are no awkward interviews. There are questions like you're asking me where I may not know the answer, but
Next time when someone does ask you this question, you have an answer. The
Yeah,
most awkward
exactly.
interview, Huawei Namaste TV Show moment of truth, is it?
something like that. I think it's again got to do with Nepali singers and give me the best names and so on and so forth. Bit awkward there, but got through it one way or the other. But otherwise, not very awkward.
Mm-hmm. But you do meet a lot of media persons, you know.
Mhm.
I'm sure there are annoying questions at times that come right at you,
Hmm.
and you have to answer them.
Yes, I think unless you have something terrible to hide, like if I was corrupt or if I had evil things that I had done and all, then they would oh my God, he's asking me or she's asking me this. What am I going to say? They can be very awkward and they can be very inappropriate questions, but then I would have an answer because the answer may not be very polite to the person who's asking it, but I would have an answer to say. And I think that's why it again comes back to dignity of whatever everyone's doing. The reporters are also doing their jobs, and they're asking questions because not to make me look bad or look good, but they're doing their job. Some of them have more tact in asking, some of them have less tact, like the gentleman you just mentioned before. But then it's my choice whether to go in the show or not, and to do so on and so forth. But I think, yeah, it's just a question of evolution and maturity of journalists also, I think. And it is happening. It's getting better and better.
Getting better and better,
Yeah.
right? Anil Shah's favorite color?
Red.
Red, like Rishi Dhamala. There's one mutual thing between the two
Absolutely.
of you.
Red, white, and blue. Colors of our flag.
Well, first you said red. Now you cannot, fabricate and put it in a way that it sounds better. No wonder you're a man of words, right? So we're almost coming to the end of the show. Any last words that you would want to say to our viewers watching right now, since you're a social motivator? Perhaps this is the best platform where you could motivate millions of people watching us right now.
Yeah.
You're broadcasting to 146 nations. So few words of motivation.
What I would like to say at this point of time, looking at the state of our country, the transition phase that has been completed, we have a new constitution. Please throw away the negativity. Yo bhaina, tyo bhaina, eso bhayo, teso bhayo. All these things will happen. Like in health, sometimes you're healthy, sometimes you're sick. Just because you're sick, you can't give up in life and say that now nothing's going to happen. What I would say is look at strands of positivity. Look at yourself, your own core strengths, and see how you can contribute to building your own life, building your institution, and building your nation. If we all work together with this motive in mind, then we will get the Nepal that we aspire for. But if we just criticize everything that's happening and everything that's not happening and so on and so forth, then we will not. But one thing I would like to say is get involved. If we do not get involved in the building of our nation, if bankers are just looking after banks and trying to make money and bigger bonuses, bigger dividends, if everyone's just doing their own little thing, then we cannot blame others for not looking after the nation. Get involved in nation building however you can. I'm not saying jump into politics, but get involved. And once we all get involved, we're in a democracy. The largest power is with the voter. We must vote what we feel is right. To do that, to know what is right, we must get involved. And once we work together towards that, I think within 3 to 5 years, we will have the Nepal that we all dream for.
One last question. Answer it in yes or no. Do you have any plans to join politics?
No.
Can we
yet.
take this as an official statement?
Yes.
A lot of people have asked you this.
A lot of people have asked me this and
Why do you
keep
think they
asking me
ask you
this.
this question so much?
It's a sad state of affairs. I ask the politicians that also. Is when is the last time someone asked you to a politician, why don't you go run a bank? Because these bankers are not running it well, and if you go, the banks will run much better. Has anyone asked you that? And they say no. So then why do people keep asking me to come and run the country? There's something intrinsically wrong with the way you're doing it. If people were telling doctors, engineers, politicians to go run banks because in Anil Shah,
But just
as a
imagine
banker, I'd be
yourself
thinking,
in the position of a politician with great power. Do you think you would bring great change in the country? Just imagine.
I think I would. I think it would not matter on me again. People say, why don't you get into politics? It's not one individual. It doesn't matter whether it's Anil Shah, Ram, Sita, Geeta.
But it's a leader that we
The leader
lack
and
in
the
this
system.
country.
The leader and the system. We need a system. We need a team. If there is a good team, this country will turn around. And I believe the team has to come from the youth. The youth who are really connected. Youth from the urban areas, from the rural areas. Youth who have exposure abroad. They need to come together and say yes. They need to stop looking at Anil Shahs or other people like me and say, "Inherle gare dekhe, hami che follow garcho." Forget it. Get up there and lead. We will follow you. We are ready to follow. I'm ready to support. I'm ready to do whatever is required. You come up, step up and follow. Some 32-year-old person, 36-year-old person, 40-year-old person, come up and say, I'm ready to lead. Get a team of people together. The nation is ready. And once that happens, I think we will see that quantum leap that we all seek.